After the agenda is set, you'll be making your first speech. The speakers list gets reset, so you have to re-add yourself. It's important that your name is always on the speakers list because this is your time to present your arguments and present your case. Your first speech will typically introduce your country's positions on the topics. So if I'm the United States, I might be talking about why I feel we need to push for a certain agenda. Moreover, once the agenda is set, you'll be making motions such as unmoderated and moderated caucuses, which will get the flow of debate going and the resolution writing process started.
Now that the agenda has been set to Syria, followed by peacekeeping operations, the formal speakers list has now been opened. All those who would like to be placed upon it, please raise your placards now. Argentina, the United Kingdom, Austria, Greece. All others who would like to be placed on the speakers list, please send a note up to the dais. So we will begin with Argentina with a 30-second speaking time, knock at 5 seconds.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and fellow delegates. Argentina upholds that the situation in Syria is deplorable. There is mass violation of human rights, the use of chemical weapons on civilians, and the gross obstruction of the democratic process. It is our responsibility as an international body to address this situation immediately. However, we should not use military intervention, but rather a harder democratic process. Let us not add to the horrors that we have already suffered. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. The United Kingdom, you now have the floor for 30 seconds.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, fellow delegates. It is a position of the United Kingdom that our Council must immediately address the crisis currently present in Syria. In particular, the United Kingdom wishes to emphasize the water crisis ongoing within this nation. Secretary General Ban Ki-moon made it clear to the General Assembly that we must stop armed groups from jeopardizing water sources. For that reason, we call upon UNICEF and UNRWA and look forward to working with all of you during caucus. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. Are there any points or motions on the floor? Canada, to what point do you rise?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Canada motions for a moderated caucus for 10 minutes with a speaking time of 30 seconds on the topic of Syrian refugees.
Thank you. That motion is in order. All those in favor of Canada's motion for a 10-minute moderated caucus, 30-second speaking time on Syrian refugees, please raise your placards now. All those opposed? Since this was a tie, we will have to do a recount. All those in favor of the moderated caucus set forth by Canada for a 10-minute duration, 30-second speaking time on the Syrian refugees, please raise your placards now. Thank you. All opposed? This motion clearly passes.